question is, if a person has gone through a humiliating incident, it can be in person or like on social media or anything like that, and then let's say they have this fear of humiliation now, how can they overcome this fear of humiliation?
Overcoming the fear of humiliation. So we're talking about, say, wide range of people, wide range of personalities, and if a person who is putting themselves out there, who talks more generally in public spaces, so it is reasonable to assume that that person has gone through humiliating incidents before, because they're putting themselves out there. So the more you talk, the more you're in the public space, the more your chances are of being humiliated. So those are people who have gone through those phases, and they have somehow managed to do that. So this question is trying to get to how did they do that. So there are some people who just take it light. When you're humiliated, what they're trying to say is you're putting so much power in that person's words, so in the person who's speaking, so you place so much power. So ideally, for personally speaking, the only people I place power on is my parents. So if they say something, and if that's something that I genuinely feel is wrong, then I feel a bit humiliated, but that's coming from place of love. So but when it happens with friends, I don't really give much heed to it, in the sense that I don't feel down, I don't go into a bad mood, or that's because I'm not giving them power, because I have this sense of self, I have this sense of what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. And if it's constructive feedback, then people are willing to listen. But if it's in the form of putting someone down, then that feedback is lost. So overcoming the fear, I think it's just uh, you know being more aware of what you want to be, or if you've gone through hardships in your life, that can strengthen you in overcoming humiliation. So you reach out to those moments where you faced hardships, like a personal loss in your family. So you draw energy from that and say, you know what, I've gone through all this, these words, then they're not going to do anything. So I think that can help.
That was a very comprehensive answer. I really like the fact that like it's about whether, how much importance you give to those words, and then it's also about the fact that I mean sometimes things happen, and those things can be humiliating as well. It's just bits and parcels of life. I don't think I said that right, but bits and pieces of life, and but it's about how we move forward with this, and with that, it's all on you to sometime take the leap of faith and then hope that nothing bad will happen. I really like that. I like that part of your answer. Sia, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, that was beautiful. I love the idea of separating what the feedback is from how it was delivered. Because then, I tend to be, if somebody says something mean to me, I tend to, get scared of not actually receiving the feedback. So for people like me, I think it's nice to kind of reckon with yourself and sit down and just do and then analysis of the situation. So this is what happened, this is what my contribution was. If they would have said whatever they said in the kindest way possible, is there something I can take away from it that I can actually improve on? Is it something I can control, or is it something that I can't? So separating that can help you improve in areas where you ought to improve in, and make sure you're not ignoring some kind of important feedback that you should be getting from people, but also not take the words too hard, like Vyaas said. But I think it's also helpful to just normalize that that's going to happen. It's part of being alive. It's going to happen. We're going to look a little bit stupid every so often. And so we're not obligated to carry the shame, and we're not obligated to carry the tough emotions. We can just sit down, we can feel them, we can let them pass, and we can take the lessons and we can move on. And also know that you're not uniquely awful if you get humiliated. I feel like a lot of us have felt that or will feel that at some point. So don't, I try not to feel like I'm the only one who's facing a bad emotion. So I think that helps get out of it too.
You make very good points. I want to add something like different to this, because I guess I both said like how to deal with it in the long term. So in a short term, like when you've just been humiliated, and then you feel dejected because there's been a stain on your honor, and then you're not able to really think logically, and so you're not really able to think that there is life where people would not think about it. And for that, I want to talk about I think there's a spotlight, I'm forgetting the name, but there's theory where because you feel like you're in a spotlight, you tend to remember more about the things that go wrong with you than others do, because everybody tend to think about themselves. And then because it happened to you, you probably give it a lot more thought than everybody else. And sometimes other people might normalize your incident, and then just move on with their life, because it happened to you, because it's personal to you, it might be harder. And for that, sometimes you just have to take some time out of your life to maybe sort of distract yourself, where you don't have to think, just maybe just like watch a TV show, read a book, or maybe just like hang out with other friends who weren't really part of this. So you get to see the normalcy in your life. Or you can, if you're ready to talk about it, then just talk about it with some of your close people, your trusted companions, and then talk to them why it bothers you. And sometimes you just have to vent, and then once you vent, it all goes away. So whatever works with you, and it's different for different people. So I'm not going to say as one answer that works for everyone, but find out what works for you and then do that. Do you guys have anything to add? Okay, I'll go to the next one.
That was very well
Oh,
said.
I love. Yeah.
I was just going to say that. That was very well said.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to see more videos on the topic, make sure to check out our playlist where we answer more questions. We'll see you next time.